Painterly Collage. It's a new art form that you can do with your kids this very weekend, and Alexandra Sheldon from Snow Farm in Williamsburg is here to tell us a little bit more about it. Thank you so much.
Yes. Okay, so I teach Painterly Collage, and what I like to do is I like to get people to play a little bit, draw, paint, put something into the form of a collage, have it be very, a little bit silly, fun. I've been cutting things out of magazines, doing drawings.
Colorful. Can we get started?
Yes. Okay, so what I want to do is I want you to grab a couple of markers and just to start to draw using this stencil. It's a French curve.
Now, a lot of these you can get at art supply stores, but you can find stencils in and around your home, too.
Yeah, so they're just going to draw on sketch paper.
I can just do freeform?
And actually, freeform is nice, and you might want to make some little flowers or something. Now, these
Can I draw something specific?
Absolutely, but what I suggest is to sort of use your body to make some lines. These are some of my little sketches right here.
Seems like this is a really therapeutic
because we're going to put them in
too.
the collages, as you can see. In some of these, we've got some line drawings. So these are waterproof Sharpie markers.
You said use my body. Am I like this?
Excellent.
I would
Perfect.
like to use my body too.
I know. I think use your body and just choose colors that you just feel like grabbing.
This is fun. It's like I feel like I'm a kid again, Alexandra.
All right. Now we're going to use this acrylic matte medium to take. I'm going to take one of my little sketches that I did in the studio yesterday. I'll take a couple of them.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down. And meanwhile, you can take a pair of scissors and start to cut out some of your drawings.
Is that just glue?
Now, this is matte medium. It's actually an acrylic medium. It works exactly like glue.
Really?
Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to take those scissors and cut out a drawing shape.
So we're going to cut out the things that we've just been creating.
Right. We're going to cut out the things. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush on the acrylic matte medium, just a light coat. I put one of my sketches here. I make sure I get all of it.
This seems like an art form that is difficult to mess up, because you're just having fun with it.
You know, it's really fun and it's difficult to mess up, but it's also, you know, you can learn a lot. I teach how to compose, how to choose color. You know, you can also introduce imagery. This is collage is so much about composition. So,
and we're starting with just a blank piece of white paper, so we could morph it into anything. I know here we have some displays of finished pieces, but you can also make holiday cards too.
That's right. So I'm going to show that right here.
Okay.
So what I've put my drawings on is a kind of paper called Bristol paper, and it's a little stiff, so that your collage has got a nice, you know, substrate to it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to glue stuff. And actually, I gave you one of these over here, but I didn't tell you. But that's okay. Use that one. Use that one. I'm going to give this one to Ashley. Okay, so you're going to just brush that down.
Okay.
And then you're going to just make sure you brush it everywhere so that when you put down the piece of paper, it's really...
There's no chance that it's going anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. So now lay that down, and then and you're going to do the same thing with that. Good. You guys are great.
Okay.
Okay. Now put down your piece of paper.
Okay.
A couple of them.
Just like so. I have one here.
Yep.
And I think, I have one here.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to brush the matte medium on top of that and then scrape it with a scraper.
Now, does it end up with any of a gloss to it? Will it have a little bit of shine?
No, this is matte, so it's nice and matte.
So there's matte and there's gloss.
That's
there's a few different ways
So that's
to
what
go.
matte medium
Right.
is. Okay.
Now, these are all little magazine things that I've cut out, and they're mostly abstract. We're really working on some abstract collages today. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put down a couple of magazine elements.
Okay.
Okay.
And they can, if you're going with a certain color scheme, you can kind of always find the colors that work.
And I've kind of pre-picked a bunch of things here today because I thought it would be nice if we sort of emulated these bright pieces that I brought in. Okay, now you need the scraper.
Okay.
And I have a
scraper
scraper.
here.
You have a scraper right there.
So I scrape it all off?
Yep, and I'm just going to cut that right there. Okay. So all you do is you just put the matte medium down, you put your piece of magazine element down, and then I usually brush the medium over it, and then I scrape it with one of these palette scrapers. Okay, and now...
I've been very focused, so I could very well have missed you saying this, but you could probably incorporate pieces of your life in a scrapbook kind of way. Let's say, you know, ticket stubs to a game that you went to, or, you know, a card that you received.
Oh yeah, and you can put also, I brought a few elements, like you might want to put a figure down here.
Oh, very cool.
Put like a little figure right there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a wash of color.
Now, for now, we're out of time, and we'll be able to show off some finalized things that we've done at the end of the show.
Okay.
But is this more or less the last step?
Oh, gosh, no.
We could go all day doing this.
Can the camera just show, I'm going to put a wash of color on here.
Very
And
cool.
actually, I need a little water on my brush. A little more water.
So it's really layering. Well, that's
Now,
what collage is putting pieces of things together.
Okay. So this is just adding a little bit of acrylic paint. You can use any kind of paint that I've added water to. Okay. And then I just brush it on with this nylon brush. And then I guess I'll show you at the end of the show. I'm going to add a few more elements.
So there we are for now, and then it's something that you can keep working. It's almost never done if you don't want it to be.
Is that okay, Seth, if I work on yours?
You know, I would love you to because you're much more talented than I. Thank you so much. We'll show off our finished ones at the end of the show. And still ahead,